Mythology is filled with incredible monsters. Some are majestic, some are mysterious, and some are just plain terrifying. But have you ever stopped to think about what would happen if these creatures actually existed? If they walked the earth alongside us today? Forget the cute, sanitized versions you see in movies and storybooks. We're talking about the original bone-chilling versions born from ancient fear. Today we're diving deep into 5 mythical creatures that would absolutely, unequivocally, ruin you and the rest of humanity in real life. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll be glad they're just myths. Let's begin. Number 1. The Wendigo. This creature comes to us from Algonquin folklore, and it's the stuff of pure nightmares. The Wendigo isn't just a monster, it's a spirit, a manifestation of insatiable hunger. It's born when a human commits the ultimate taboo, consuming the flesh of another human. This act invites the spirit to possess them, twisting their body and soul into something unrecognizable. They become towering, emaciated figures, skeletal and gaunt, with an endless, gnawing hunger that can never be satisfied. But here's the truly horrifying part. The more a Wendigo eats, the hungrier it becomes. Its hunger is a paradox. It grows exponentially with every meal. In some legends, the creature itself grows larger with every victim it consumes, transforming from a tall, gaunt man into a giant that can stride through forests in a single step. Imagine a predator that only becomes more powerful, more aggressive, and more desperate the more destruction it causes. Now picture this thing in our modern world. It wouldn't just be a local boogeyman. It would be an unstoppable force of nature. It would tear through remote towns, isolated communities, and sprawling national parks. Military force would be a challenge. How do you stop something that gets stronger every time it feeds on your fallen soldiers? You can't reason with it. You can't negotiate with hunger itself. And you definitely can't outrun something that never needs to rest, never stops hunting, and is driven by an eternal, agonizing craving. The Wendigo isn't just a monster, it's a plague given physical form. Number 2, the Sirens. Now, I know what you're thinking. Beautiful mermaids sitting on rocks, singing and chanting songs. Erase that image from your mind. The original sirens of Greek mythology were far more monstrous. They were often depicted as terrifying bird-woman hybrids, with the head and torso of a woman but the body, wings, and razor-sharp talons of a large bird of prey. And their songs. Their songs were not just alluring melodies. They were instruments of pure psychological warfare. Their voices didn't just lure sailors closer. They were said to possess a hypnotic, mind-controlling power. They could weave illusions, making sailors see a safe harbor where there were only jagged rocks. They could warp your sense of reality, scramble your judgment, and fill you with a desperate, self-destructive urge to get closer. You wouldn't be drawn in by their beauty, you would be puppeteered by their sound, willingly and ecstatically sailing your ship straight into oblivion. Now, let's bring the sirens into the 21st century. Their power would be amplified 1,000 times over. Every single ship, every oil tanker, every cruise liner, and every submarine would be a potential target. Coastal cities would live in constant fear, but it gets worse. Think about our technology. All it would take is for their song to be picked up by a single microphone and broadcast over radio frequencies, television, or the internet. Imagine a single hypnotic voice hijacking global communications, pulling entire naval fleets into chaos, causing planes to divert into the sea, and driving coastal populations mad. The sirens wouldn't just be a maritime threat, they would be a weapon of mass destruction with a global reach. Number 3. Baba Yaga's hut. Most people know of Baba Yaga, the fearsome witch of Slavic folklore, but many forget that her house is a monster in its own right. We're talking about a log cabin that stands and walks on a pair of giant, scaly chicken legs. But this hut doesn't just walk, it runs, it stalks, it hunts. According to the legends, this bizarre structure has a will of its own, can spin, crouch, and navigate dense forests with an unsettling agility. It fences itself off from the world with posts topped with human skulls. The windows of the hut are described as its eyes, constantly watching, tracking anyone who dares to wander too close to its domain. The door is a mouth filled with sharp teeth, and it has no visible handle. It only opens when the correct magical incantation is spoken. Imagine the sheer terror of this thing existing today. Picture yourself camping or hiking in a remote forest. You hear the sound of massive branches snapping, the ground trembling with heavy footfalls. you see a huge, unnatural shadow moving between the trees. You might dismiss it as a bear, or your imagination playing tricks on you. But then, it emerges from the woods. A full-size cottage, walking on gigantic chicken legs, its windows glowing like malevolent eyes, staring directly at you. By the time you process what you're seeing, it's already towering over you. This isn't just a mobile home. It's a mobile predator, a sentient trap that actively hunts down its victims. No wilderness would be safe. Number 4. The Manticore. This terrifying beast originates from Persian mythology and was later adopted by the Greeks, and it is a biological nightmare. It has the body of a giant red lion, the face of a bearded man with piercing blue eyes and a triple row of teeth like a shark, and a tail that ends in a cluster of venomous spines, which it can shoot like arrows with perfect accuracy. To top it all off, it has a voice that sounds like a trumpet. What makes the Manticore so much more dangerous than a simple beast is its intelligence. It doesn't hunt on instinct alone, possesses a human-like cunning. It stalks its prey, studies its weaknesses, and waits for the perfect moment to strike from a distance with its poisoned quills. Its name is believed to mean man-eater, and it lives up to it. It was said to have an insatiable appetite for human flesh, leaving no trace of its victims behind, not a bone, not a shred of clothing. If a Manticore existed today, it would be the ultimate apex predator. A single one could dismantle an entire military unit from a distance before they even knew what was attacking them. It could depopulate small towns and villages with terrifying efficiency. How do you track something that thinks like a person but has the strength and weaponry of a monster? Its combination of brute force, deadly projectiles, and strategic intelligence would make it nearly impossible to predict, let alone defeat. It's the perfect killing machine. Finally, number 5, the Nuckelavee. Hailing from the Orkney Islands of Scotland, the Nuckelavee is arguably one of the most grotesque and horrifying creatures in all of mythology. It's a demon from the sea that can also travel on land. It appears as a monstrous fusion of a horse and its rider, but they are one single entity. And the worst part? It has no skin. Its raw yellow muscles and thick black veins are completely exposed, pulsing visibly as it moves. A single fiery eye glares from its human-like head, and its long arms can reach the ground even while it's mounted on its equine half. But its appearance isn't the deadliest thing about it. The Nuckelavee's breath is a toxic plague. It's a poison that wilts crops, sickens livestock, and spreads disease to humans, causing droughts and epidemics wherever it goes. This creature isn't just a killer, it's a walking environmental catastrophe. It embodies plague, famine, and pollution. The only thing that can hold it back is fresh running water, which is why it's trapped on the islands during the summer. Imagine this creature emerging in our world. It would be classified as a biological and ecological disaster of the highest order. It wouldn't just kill people. It would poison the land, contaminate water sources, and create famine on a massive scale. Its presence would render entire regions uninhabitable. Nothing in our history, no disease or disaster, could prepare us for a sentient, mobile cloud of poison and death, riding on the back of a skinless horse demon. It is pure, unfiltered nightmare fuel. From the eternal hunger of the Wendigo to the biowarfare of the Nuckelavee, these creatures represent humanity's deepest fears. Ancient cultures created these monsters to explain the unexplainable dangers of their world: famine, plague, the perils of the sea. But their stories serve as a powerful reminder. They weren't just meant to scare children, they were warnings. They remind us that some things are so terrifying, so destructive, that they should never, ever be allowed to leave the pages of mythology. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the terrifying side of mythology, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that haunt our history. Let me know in the comments which mythical monster you think would be the worst to encounter in real life. Stay safe out there,